Hi, welcome back. I got to my cat. Rude. A fresh Dr. Pepper with hair on the bottom. I'm sorry if you can hear the guys working. Of course, I always pick Mondays to film because I'm off of work and my child is at school at the moment, which I have like an hour left to film. And I open up my window because it feels amazing outside. Florida, we're all freezing right now because it's like 60 degrees outside, so we're all very cold. I closed my window, but you probably can still hear it, so I'm so sorry, but it's like a little bit better. So I want to talk about, let's see, some true crime updates. There was like a video that I did maybe like 4 years ago, I think, like dabbling into doing like the like true crime and things like that, you know, pull a whole Bailey Syrian, do your makeup, talk about your crime and stuff. I think the very first one, and it was like something that haunted me forever, and it was the boy in the box. You know, it was a little boy that was found, ma'am. It was a little boy that was found in a box in the woods, and you know, it'd been over like 60 years, I think, 67 years. It finally got solved, guys. It's solved now. I get to talk about an update and it's solved, and they figure out who the little boy was. So I get to talk about that. I'm gonna talk about my least favorite person on this entire planet, Casey Anthony. Yeah, her. You guys have seen any of the new, like, all these documentaries that are coming out, specifically like the Ed Gein one. Me and Angel just watched that one. I don't think we finished it. He didn't really know the story of Ed Gein. He knew like some of it. And I was like, yeah, no, like it's messed up. A lot of the stuff that they did in that was very inaccurate, so we can talk about that. Also, we can talk about the Murdaugh documentary that came out also with Alex Murdaugh and the Murdaugh family and whatnot. Talk about that. I also want to talk about books, of course. I want to do like kind of like my November hopefuls, which is basically, you know, hopefuls for the month is just what you hope to read. I will be doing that too. Let's get started. My allergies have been so bad. My poor baby has a really nasty little infection right now. He sounds very raspy, and I've been blowing my nose like crazy. It won't stop running. It's really annoying. Earlier that the weather changed. Us Floridians are freezing right now. Freezing as in like it's like 60 degrees outside. 55 is like the low in the morning, but it feels so good. But I always, it never fails to get sick this time of year because of the freaking weather changing and whatnot. And then by the time we know it, in the next like week or two, it's gonna be back to like 85, 90 degrees, and then yeah, it's like a whole thing. First I wanted to talk about was like just a little true crime updates. Excuse me. The first one I wanted to talk about was the boy in the box. So I did do that case, like I said earlier, about 4 years ago, and then 3 years ago, so it's probably like a year, maybe two after I did that case, it was actually little baby got his name back. So I'm looking at my iPad right now just so I get it right. But after 65 years, the Philadelphia police did identify him. So his name is Joseph Augustus Zarelli. Joseph Augustus Zarelli. And he was 4 years old when he was found. My baby's 4 right now. I don't like that. It's still actually an open and active investigation by the Philadelphia police because they do think that his manner of death is still homicide. They exhumed his body, which just means that they took it out of the grave. For those of you who don't know, they exhumed his body and they did DNA testing, which is the genetic genealogy, which is really cool. I love it. Like, the updates in like our forensic investigation and stuff and like ways to like help identify unknown people is like incredible to me. I cannot wrap my mind around it. I did find his birth mother and father. I mean, found them as in like matched the DNA. They were not alive at the time. He was born in 1953 and then he was found in the box in 1957. So that was making him 4 years old. I'm not doing like a deep dive into any of these cases, by the way. I will link my original video in the bottom. But yeah, I just think it's incredible. It's been 60 something years, almost 70 years, and you're telling me that it was solved? Like, that's insane. But it breaks my heart that, you know, it's still an active homicide investigation. It's like, who put the boy in the box, you know? I want you guys to comment down below, what are some cases that you want solved? Like, that are just, you know, ones that have been open and cold, I guess, for like the longest time, and like what you think happened. I really want to, I'm interested to hear like what you guys, like which ones keep you up at night, like what bothers you. The other thing I wanted to talk about was Casey Anthony. By the way, I'm not doing anything crazy today. I'm literally just like doing the bare minimum. This is literally just concealer. The last video I did, I was very disappointed in my makeup, like with my, specifically my eyeshadow. I mean, I don't do eyeshadow looks anymore. I forgot to put on primer. Oh well. Don't do like crazy eyeshadow looks anymore and stuff. Like that palette that I got, it's still, my desk is still at a giganto mess from the last time I filmed. So like wow, Shauna, it's been a whole week and it's still a mess. Yes it is. I've just been working. Like I said, today's my only day off, so it's literally, I only have the mental capacity to work, come home, go to sleep. That's pretty much it. Anyway, palette that's still on my desk, the Morphe X Meredith Duxbury palette. I mean, I hadn't bought an eyeshadow palette in forever, but that one just like, it's so pretty and I really wanted to have it. I don't have any like color palettes anymore. Yeah, I used to have like eyeshadow palettes galore. I also had like the whole IKEA Alex setup in my old apartment. You know, all the Alex drawers, all of my stuff was in it. I don't have a lot of makeup. I have like one little, like those rolling carts, you know, the little sticky thingamajig. I'll post a photo of it. But yeah, that's all my makeup's in that now. It's crazy how I went like super hard for like years and years and years and years, and now like I don't. Still to this day have so many people ask me like, hey, can you do my Halloween makeup, or are you gonna do this or that, or hey Shauna, we miss your Halloween looks. And I'm like, I miss them too. Other thing I wanted to talk about was Casey Anthony, and if you don't know who that is, well, God bless that you don't know who that is. I know she was labeled America's most hated woman, and I mean that was pretty fucking valid. But yeah, she's the one who allegedly killed her daughter, Kaylee Anthony, who was a 2-year-old. She lives, or she did live, in my state of Florida. I think she lived in like Orlando or something. Yeah, she lives way too close for my comfort. She basically got off scot-free, and I don't think her family had anything to do with it. That's just my personal opinion. I really don't think they did. She tried to push that they did. I don't think they did. She is a legal advocate now via TikTok. 2008 is when Kaylee was reported missing, and I mean, this case is very, very, very well known, and also it's incredibly upsetting, and I don't ever see myself covering that case. So many other people who have done really, really wonderful coverage of it, like Bailey Sarian, Kendall Ray, I'm pretty sure Bella Fiore. These are all like my go-to girls that I watch for true crime. And Danielle Kirsty, I love her too. Those are my 4 favorites that I always watch. But anyway, pretty sure all of them covered that case, but I will never cover that case, and for 2 reasons. The first being, it's incredibly upsetting to me. She was acquitted in 2011. This happened in 2008. So, I mean, 2011, I was in what, 8th grade, going into 9th grade, or I started 9th grade, like I started high school. I do remember this being in the news and stuff, like I was old enough for that. The second reason being, I would not be able to talk about it without completely ripping this bitch apart. And she infuriates me to no end. Like I said, plenty of people that have already talked about it that are really good coverage. So anyway, she took to TikTok, I guess, and wanted to basically be like a legal advocate. I watched the TikTok. I'm not gonna post it here just because I'm not giving her any type of views nor the satisfaction of being like, oh look, she's here to help people now. I wanted to be a legal advocate for people who have experienced all of this craziness that she has, and I'm like, oh, the craziness you caused? But okay, anyway. Like it goes without saying, don't take legal advice from her. What the fuck? Y'all can do better than that, okay? So Hulu is who did the Fall of the Murdochs or something like that. It's like a documentary based on the Murdoch family. They've been lawyers and in their governments in their states for like years and years and years, like decades. But basically Alex Murdaugh killed his wife and his child. He's in prison now. It was all to cover up his crimes, even though they had like stupid, why do people with like stupid amounts of money be the ones that commit fucking fraud? You didn't need to commit fraud. Y'all had so much fucking money. Like, what are you doing? And another case that's very well known and very publicized, especially now with like that documentary out and stuff, is not something that I would even need to break down unless y'all wanted to see that. That one I don't mind doing. Also, my birthday's on the 14th. My dad's was yesterday. My granny's is later in the month. It's like the 20 something, and I never remember what day it is. I remember one year it actually fell on Thanksgiving, but yeah, I know it's like, I think it's like the 26th or 24th or something. I think it's the 24th. That sounds right to me. And then my birthday's the 14th. Angel's is the 13th. We're literally only a day apart. I love November, obviously Thanksgiving, but just, I don't know, our families, we kind of have family all over the place, me and him, so it's kind of hard to enjoy Thanksgiving, do anything really. Do you guys like have any weird, not weird, but do you guys have any like family traditions that you guys do? I don't know if y'all fry your turkey. I know most people just like the classic in the oven with all the stuff on it, and I'm like, we Southern baby, we fry our turkeys. Yeah, and then obviously birthdays, I'll be 29. If you know where that's from, we could be best friends. I've been planning that freaking video for like years now to make the video to that voice. It's from New Girl, by the way. But Schmidt turns 29, and he's talking to Jess on the roof, and he's like, 29? That's my favorite. I feel like I'm fighting that seasonal depression for sure. I remember last year it wasn't, look at her, she's so cute. Wow, she's not clawing the shit out of me anymore. Last year I really didn't get seasonal depression. I mean, like the whole last year, I mean, I've been really good. My psychiatrist had changed my meds. I was on the same medication since I was like 16 for depression and anxiety, and yeah, we finally changed it up, which I was so scared to, because I mean, when you're on a medication for that freaking long, like, it's pretty unnerving, especially when it's for something that's so important, like your mental health, like whether it be depression, anxiety. I was diagnosed with PTSD and bipolar 2, and I was really hesitant to do so, because I was like, hey, I don't want to hit the fucking, no, I don't want to lose my shit. So 10-minute makeup look, if you will. It's really nothing. That's pretty much what I do like all the time. Like, I love this mascara from Essence, the Lash Princess. Incredible. I already have really long lashes, thanks mother. But yeah, that mascara is amazing. Hi November hopefuls, I'm so sorry I keep getting sidetracked. I pretty much finished my makeup, so we could just talk about those. So first one, I do have my books here. I did want to go ahead and finish and read Alchemize. Now, I did start this as the audiobook. This is a big boy. It's a big boy. I will tell you how many readable pages are in this, which I already know how many there are, but let's see. There is 1,024 pages in Alchemized. So I did want to do like a listen and read at the same time. My problem with that, and why I don't do that, is because I get distracted really easily. I don't know if I have ADHD, okay? I really don't, and I'm not trying to self-diagnose, all right? But I just get really distracted really easily. My brain will, like, I can read the words, but like sometimes my brain just like goes off course, and then when I'm listening at the same time, it just makes me really confused. Also, I read really fast, and when I listen to my audiobooks, I want to know what speed y'all listen to your audiobooks on, or your podcasts, because mine is the same. I mean, typically I do like, I think it's like 1.6 or 7. It depends on who I'm listening to or what the narrator is. Like When I listen to like my morbid podcast, I usually listen on like 1.6 because Ash talks really fast. But if I'm like a regular audiobook and it has like a slower, like I don't want to say monotone, but like just a slower narrator, it'll be like 1.7 or 1.8. Angel always makes fun of me because he's like, there's no way you understand that. And like I can repeat every word that they're saying. Like I know and I comprehend what they're saying. I'm currently reading Keeping 13, which is by Chloe Walsh. It's The Boys of Tommen. It's the second book in the series. It took me a little bit to get into this because speaking of audiobooks, those accents, like the Irish accents that the narrator was doing, were fucking atrocious. I could not listen to that book. Like I maybe got like 1 or 2 chapters in and I was like, I can't listen to this like this. I had listened to the first one, but when I listen to my books, especially if it's through the Kindle app, I will actually use the voice automated thingy that is on my iPhone. So if you go to like your settings, you can turn on like a talk to text thing. It like reads you a screen basically. So that is how I listen to it. Now you can pick the voice. I will say some of it does really sound Siri-y, but for one, I do listen to it sped up. I listen at 1.5 and it doesn't bother me. I have gotten so used to it that it just is whatever to me. They're very long books. I think the first one was like 800 something pages, and now the second one I'm on page like 493 and there's 967 pages. So I have not read the last book. I have not read Kingdom of Ash and the Throne of Glass series. Also a very big boy. So this one, let me see how many pages this one is. Ooh, we didn't hit the thousands. 980 readable pages. 980. I have Tower of Dawn over here as well because this is the second to last book, and I'm checking my Goodreads because I don't remember if I read this one or not. Now, I started this series like months ago, and I flew through the first like 4 or 5 books, and I was very impressed with myself, to be honest. And yeah, I don't remember if I read Tower of Dawn or not. So I haven't read Tower of Dawn, which is the 6th book. But I know that I read the other ones. My thing was, so Empire of Storms, which is the book before, book number 5, I'll post it here, and then Tower of Dawn. Those 2 books you can tandem read, and which just means that I'm so annoyed because I bought the bookmarks for those books to tandem read. It tells you what chapter to read of each and when to stop and then when to switch back to the other book. I've never done a tandem read before. I was very nervous about it. When I got the bookmarks, I had already read Empire of Storms. I thought the tandem read was for these 2. I thought it was for Tower of Dawn and Kingdom of Ash. So I fluffed up and I did just a giveaway on my Instagram for the bookmarks, and I sent the girl that won, I sent her like quite a few goodies and stuff in the box. But I was like, I'm a dumbass here, you can have these ones. Because I was so annoyed. I had already read it and then I couldn't do the tandem read. I mean, I guess I technically still could have because, you know, I didn't read Tower of Dawn, but yeah. So anyway, I have to read those 2. I mentioned last time about my Ferocious, like the Dark Trilogy, hold please, the Edge of Darkness trilogy. I'm reading Restitution, which is the 3rd one, and therefore it will be the last book in the trilogy. Trilogy is 3. But yeah, and it's going really well. I love it. And then the other one I started, the last one I started, so yes, I am reading like 5 books right now at the moment, but it's fine. The Ascended, which is the, I don't know if I'm gonna say this right, the Isomarion Duet, which is a 2-book, duets are 2. Those are my November hopefuls, little true crime updates, and this is some makeup that I did. Look at me go, finishing on time. Go pick up my child from school, try to edit this video today and get it up. Did film a heck of a lot earlier than I did the last week, so hopefully it'll be up a little earlier as well. But I want to thank you guys so much for all the love and feedback that I got on that. I was very ecstatic, and it was very motivating to me to get positive feedback when it had been so long. So yeah, I just want to say thank you, and please subscribe. I put on my Instagram that if I get to 500 subs, which I'm like almost halfway there, if I get to 500 subs, I will do a really big giveaway, probably book related most likely. So yeah, just sub if you want to, and please like And yeah, I will see you next week. Bye.